Hi, I'm Dawn from the blog parkinsonsandus.com. Welcome. You know, here on the Cape, it's cranberry season. Cranberry season is usually from September through like the beginning of November. So here on the Cape, there's a lot of cranberry bogs and they are harvesting all the time. So I went the other day to watch them harvest and I picked up several bags of cranberries. So I've been doing a lot of cooking with cranberries. I made cranberry sauce. I made dried cranberries to kind of throw in salads and throw in my oatmeal. And today I thought I would make a quinoa cranberry salad. It's very easy to make, it's super delicious, and you actually make all the ingredients like separate, and then you just throw it in a bowl with a beautiful dressing, and it tastes delicious, and it's really, really healthy for you. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to dice up one medium yellow onion or 3 to 4 medium-sized shallots. And once you've diced up your onion, you just want to place it in a small bowl and set it aside for now. Next, we're going to cube a butternut squash. The first thing to do is peel the skin of the butternut squash, and then you just want to cut it up into small bite-sized pieces. And you want to ultimately have approximately 5 cups. This actually was the most time-consuming part of the whole process. So just take your time with it. I like small bite-sized pieces, so I really took my time and made sure they were nice and even. And then once you have your squash cut up into bite-sized pieces, you're just going to place the 5 cups in a mixing bowl. And you'll want to add about 1 teaspoon of olive oil. And just mix this up and make sure the olive oil is well combined and on all the pieces of the squash. And then we're going to place the squash on a parchment-lined baking sheet. You want to spread the pieces out evenly. And then you want to generously season the squash with sea salt and black pepper. And then once you've seasoned the squash, you're going to place it in a preheated oven at 425 for about 15 to 20 minutes or until they start to brown. And while the squash is baking, in a medium-sized bowl, you're going to combine 1.5 cups of fresh cranberries, the yellow onion or shallots, and about 2 teaspoons of pure maple syrup. And then you're going to mix up these ingredients, making sure they're well combined. And then you're going to place it on the second parchment lined baking sheet. And again, you just want to spread everything out and make sure it's nice and even. And once everything is spread out nice and even, you're going to place that baking sheet also in the oven. And my recommendation is to put the cranberries on the higher rack and the butternut squash on the lower rack. I find that's the best way to cook them both at the same time. And then while everything is baking in the oven, you're going to start to prepare the quinoa. You're going to mix the 2 cups of quinoa with 4 cups of filtered water. And you're just going to place it on the stove and allow it to come to a boil. And then once it comes to a boil, you'll turn down the heat to medium and let it simmer for about 15 minutes or until all the water is absorbed. And finally, while your quinoa is cooking, you're going to make your dressing. This dressing is very easy to make. All you do is you combine the 6 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 4 tablespoons of a coarse Dijon mustard, 2 teaspoons of pure maple syrup, and then any seasoning you prefer. I like to use about 1/2 teaspoon of dried oregano and another 1/2 teaspoon of dried thyme. And you just want to mix that up, get everything blended, and then just set it aside until all of your other ingredients have cooked. And now comes the fun part of putting everything together. So the first thing you'll do is you'll add the quinoa to the mixing bowl. You'll add about half to start, and then you'll also add about half of the dressing. And you just want to combine the quinoa and the dressing. And then once that's combined, you're going to add the 1 teaspoon of dried sage, and then you'll add the butternut squash, you'll add the cooked cranberries and onions, and just kind of combine everything gently. And then once you have the cranberries and butternut squash in with the quinoa, you'll add the rest of the dressing. And then you just want to mix everything until it's well combined. But you want to do this gently in order to not break up the butternut squash or the cranberries. And then I like to add a little bit of vegan feta cheese and a small handful of crushed pecans. And then finally, to plate your quinoa cranberry salad, I start with a big bed of greens. Here I'm using fresh organic baby greens. And then I place the quinoa cranberry salad on top. And finally, I will add just a little bit more of the vegan feta cheese. And a few more crushed pecans. And you're done. Such a beautiful and nutritious salad. So that is it. That's all there's to it. It's very easy to make. Like I said, you make all the ingredients separate and then you just put it in a bowl with a nice dressing and just mix it all up. It's very nutritious. It's a pretty salad. It's beautiful. The cranberries and the greens make it look really pretty. And my guy actually ate seconds tonight, so that's a good thing. So I hope you like this video, and I hope you will give the quinoa cranberry salad a try. I will put a link for the full recipe down in the description below. And as always, if you like this video, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button or give it a thumbs up. And if you want to be part of the Parkinsons and Us community, I would love that too. It's a wonderful community filled with lots of support where I provide nourishing recipes, joyful living tips, and support for care partners everywhere. So until next time, bye for now.